Hi, this is Sherry Veronica. Now, you look at a photo like this and you will say whatever you want to say. But like I say to you all the time, you have to know the people you are dealing with. Now, this Jennifer Sandiford Rochester, she is the mother of Omel, okay? Omel Sandiford. She knew that her son did not like the man she was married to, Antonio Rochester. She knew it. She knew that her son and the husband that is now deceased will get to words, and the husband will say, well, he got to leave from about here, you know how you say it in Barbados, he has to leave from about here. She knew when the brother came back from America, the one that Omel was complaining about, that the father called and had him put at the mental. They're saying that that is actually Antonio's biological son, okay? His biological son. So Jennifer and Antonio made a move as parents, but they knew, because even the one that they put at the mental, he wasn't even speaking to his father, Antonio. It was a mess. That whole entire family is a mess. But at 34, 35, 36-ish, that Omel is in his 30s, at 18, he should have been emancipated. I keep telling you guys that you bring in vessels, and whatever spirit enters that vessel, you have time to watch. And it doesn't take 18 years. You have 18 years in terms of the law to put that child out. Let that child go off and make a life for itself. 18 years. But you know, even before that child reaches 18 years, that there's something on board that you need to separate yourself from. Now, from hearing what is going around, Antonio Rochester, he should have been the man and stood his ground in his own home. He should have been a man about it, okay? And the mother there, this one here, Jennifer, she should have allowed him to be the man. It's a man's world, right? That's what they say. She should have allowed him to be the man and be comfortable in his own home, his own surrounding, and they should have emancipated Omel from their place. He should have been gone. He should have been long gone. You females coddle your sons, and I talk about that all the time. It's called emotional incest. Yeah. When Omel gets called down to the station, and he does get in a little bit of trouble, guess who goes to bail him out? This one here. She goes to bail him out. Okay, guess when he was growing up and he was being like toddled between two men, this is your father, eeny meeny miny mo, who's your father, who's your daddy, eeny meeny miny mo. How long did it take for Omel to figure out who his father could the real father stand up? Could Omel's real father stand up? Guess who was the mother? This one here. It's not as though she had Omel and the father was, cradling him and this is your dad and blah. No. It's all a bunch of drama. And then she shows up in the paper. What? She's not being propped up, but she should have known. You see, that's why I have no sympathy for you guys, because you know the demon you're dealing with. You see it from the time it's like 2, 3, 4. You can see what's on board. You bait those vessels and you bring them in, and they get occupied by other disincarnate spirits that are lurking. And whoever jumped into Omel, he didn't like her husband. And not only did he not like her husband, It was known. You know how many times he went into the police station, they had to shift him. It got to the point that they shifted him. They didn't want to see him anymore. And that's why he took to social media to complain about the stepfather. This culminated into what happened yesterday. You guys coddle. You guys make excuses. You guys, oh, he could change. He's gonna change. Oh, don't worry, he's self-medicating, but he can change. All of the things that you do is gonna end in naught. Okay? This one here, it seems as though she was wearing the pants in the family. Okay? This one here, Jennifer here. She seems as though she was wearing the pants in the family. Some would say that Antonio was, yeah, he was a sergeant, but he was kind of soft. Softy. Okay? He was a cop. He was a male, but yet he was soft. That's what they're saying. Okay? So with them not insulating themselves, with them not becoming a united front, she and her husband, she and Antonio becoming a united front and putting out Omel and whatever other children they had that had reached the age of 18. If you didn't raise them, if they could not take on the books and doing all the ABCs and the 1, 2, 3s, they could have learned the skill. It's up to you. It's up to you. You bake the vessels, whatever jumps into the vessel, it's up to you to teach them something so that when they're optimized, because whatever spirit is in them, they're optimized to the point that you can see what they're going to be. You know what they're going to be. Okay? If he's slapping old people in their faces and cussing and carrying on, you know the spirit that's on board. And at 18 years old, they should have been emancipated. You should have set them free. You talk about slavery. Oh, we were slaves and, slavery and this. You keep yourselves enslaved and you keep your children enslaved way past time. If at 18 you are not emancipating your children, you're no better than the colonial masters who kept slaves for centuries. You're no better than them. You're supposed to let people go. You're supposed to let your children go. You're supposed to let your children go. Let them go. It's up to you to give them enough ammunition to be able to support themselves at 18 years old. Whatever spirit is in them has optimized. They are adults. They can vote. They can work. Make sure they have a skill and set them free. She allowed what happened to happen, and now it's in the paper. What? You want pity? 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 You want somebody crying over you? You want someone crying over you? You want someone crying over the situation? And now, Omel, is he dead? Is he, when the police, I don't know. Maybe I don't know what's going to happen to Omel, because he actually did something that is like a cardinal sin. So in Barbados, he's almost as good as, 6 feet under. How is he going to survive this when they get their hands, when they do find him? I don't know. Let's hope they do not have that one that came out and shot the whole neighborhood, taking care of the situation. You know who I mean, right? I'm talking about Everton Gittins. Are they going to send Everton Gittins after Omel Sandiford? And then what? Oh, he committed suicide. Oh, we found him dead. Oh, we can't find him. And then he ends up in Henley, St. John. And then you're going to put the blame on the gang. Oh, it's gang killing and it's this and it's that. What's going to happen to Omel? What's going to happen to Omel? What should happen to her? What should happen to Jennifer? What? You see, you coddle your kids. No 35-year-old grown man that's slapping people, cursing you, carrying on, cussing, carrying on, should be living around you. He shouldn't be living around you. He shouldn't be living around your husband, disrespecting your husband. It shouldn't have happened. You shouldn't have encouraged it. When he gets picked up by the police, you shouldn't have gone to sign no bail. Let him fall on his own sword. Let him grow up a little bit, if it's even possible. You didn't even give the guy a good education from what is being said. He didn't even do anything much in school, but you should have offered him the opportunity to have a skill. But like he said, he repaired fridges and whatever else, washing machines. So he did have something that he could have done, but he's doing that right around the corner from where you live. He was doing it right around the bend from where you live. Now, when he put your husband down, he parked the car right there where he works, around the corner from where you lived. You should have separated. You should have separated yourselves from him. You should have allowed you and your husband to become an united front and lived a life free of your children who are over the age of 18, especially when they're not speaking to the husband. They're walking through the house and not speaking to the husband, causing a ruckus in the neighborhood, cussing you. No, I'm not even talking about the strength. Cussing you. Have children cussing you. You're crazy. And now in the paperwork, trying to get pretending you look straight. You can't even fake it. You can't even fake it. You expected this shit to happen. It went down just the way you dreamt it. It went down just the way you had that nightmare. It went down just the way you watched him one time and said, this boy is going to bring big trouble. This boy, I don't know. He's my son. But I don't know. This guy is going to, he's a dark spirit. You talk to yourself. You said it. You, Jennifer, have said it. When you had some moments of clarity, you've said it. Dark spirit on this boy. I did everything I could. But still, I did everything I could. But, see that B-U-T? You see that B-U-T? That carries a lot of weight. It carries a lot of weight. Let your fucking children go. Stop keeping them as your slaves. Let them go. 18 years old. Emancipation Day, 18 years old. Emancipation Day. Anything after that, take what you get. Especially when they're in your house and cussing at you. Take what you get. I blame her. Can't blame the dad. I blame her. Okay? It's called emotional incest. People who can't let go of the boys they're bringing to the world. Can't let go of them. You're supposed to let go of them, but you can't let go of them. All y'all that got big male children, big grown male children in your house, all y'all, you're holding on to something that you should set free. You're holding on to something that you should set free. And if as a mother, if as a woman, you don't feel that there's something deviant about it, something deviant, that you have a grown male in your house, and that male is your son, deep voice broken in and everything, and cussing you. You don't see something deviant about allowing that situation to continue? You don't see it? But I'm always here. I'm always here to tell you I don't feel nothing for Jennifer. I don't feel nothing for you. You got what you deserved. You got what you deserved, and Antonio Rochester should have stood as a male, especially since he had a little power, not much power, but a little power. He should have stood too in his power and demanded the respect. You could have done, you should have moved yourselves away from your grown children. You should have moved them away from you. You should have let them know from the time they were 15, 16, when you reach 18, you can't be here. Whatever you do, it's on you. It's on you. Whatever decisions you make, it's on you. It's on you. Don't call me. It's on you. You should have let it be known, because she knew. Jennifer knew that Omel was not about liking the man that she married. She knew it wasn't something that was hidden. It was overt. It was obvious. It was open, and it was obvious that they didn't get along. He was always making complaints at the police station about the father, the stepfather, Antonio. She knew whatever happened yesterday was something that was simmering. She knew. Like I say to you, I'm surprised it doesn't happen more often. And you guys should be glad that you still have that sitting comfortably in slavery kind of like that way about you, that you sit comfortably in situations, that it doesn't go that extra mile like in the States when people say that is the last time, and they go berserk, they go postal, we call it here. That's what we say, they went postal. You don't have that in you. You don't have that postal setting in you where you say, this can't happen again. Cannot happen again. Will not happen again. Come what may. Come what may. It's going to end today. You don't have that in you. So that saves you. That's like a barrier that saves you from people moving from one junction to the next, one phase to the next. You're stuck. You're kind of stuck because of slavery, and it was so vile back then. Chattel slavery was a bad thing back then. It's a bad thing right now. Still exists right now. Okay? Jennifer. What you do to your husband? Look what you did to Antonio, because you rather have an incestuous relationship with your son. This is Sherry Veronica.
Help me spread the word about Naked Departure via social media. Subscribe and share to show support and love for our channels.